Hi everyone, it's nice to see you and thank you for streaming with us here on The Pulse. I want to start in right now with some new information coming from a federal judge that says the Trump administration's efforts to deport non-citizens for protesting the war in Gaza was unconstitutional. A U.S. district judge agreed with several university associations in a ruling saying that the policy violated the First Amendment. The ruling was made after a trial. Now, during the trial, lawyers for the associations presented witnesses who testified that the Trump administration had launched a coordinated effort to target students who had criticized Israel or showed sympathy for Palestinians. Meanwhile, the Department of Health and Human Services is trying a new strategy to block Harvard University from getting federal funding research grants. It comes after 3 months of back and forth when the department determined that the university broke the law by failing to address the anti-Semitism that it's seen on campuses. Now, the school argued that it had made significant efforts to address that issue. The federal judge in the case had ruled the administration's freezing of billions of dollars in research funding to Harvard was illegal. The administration is expected to appeal that ruling. President Donald Trump is now saying that he wants to use American cities as training grounds for armed forces. He was joined by the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth today to speak to the military's top generals with plans to overhaul the culture of our military.
Our female officers and NCOs are the absolute best in the world. But when it comes to any job that requires physical power to perform in combat, those physical standards must be high and gender neutral.
Hegseth announced new directives today for troops that included, as you just heard, gender neutral or male level standards for physical fitness. He said military leaders should do the right and honorable thing and resign if they don't agree with this new approach. The president of the Service Women's Action Network criticized Hegseth's statement, saying that standards have not been lowered for women serving in combat roles. Spotify says that the company's founder is stepping down to become the chairman of the board. He's stepping down from CEO, I'll note. The announcement sent the shares tumbling on Tuesday during trading. Now, the streaming giant said that it is going to be replaced, the executive position, with the co-CEOs. The pair will currently operate portions of the company will transition into these new roles on January 1st. The current CEO says that this new role will focus on steering the company's long-term strategy and providing support to its senior team. All right, you remember it. AOL, the biggest name in internet services, is ditching dial-up. Remember? For many of you, this comes as a surprise to learn that AOL still has been offering dial-up. Decades ago, many switched, but you'll remember it was a big deal to get connected through the telephone line, and it made that very distinct, high-pitched chirping sound. About 163,000 households had dial-up as of 2023. That's according to the U.S. Census Bureau. But now it is a thing of the past. You remember it. All right, we'll leave it here. Thanks for streaming with us.